How you doing, everybody, and welcome. This is Oscar. Welcome to the live. It's Friday evening. What a beautiful one in Texas. Pretty cold, though. Everyone, by the end of this live, we're going to be talking about Crypto.com, now name, of course. Well, that's the company, but the entire crypto Cronos. Pretty cool one, huh? There are a lot of people that were, in a way, requesting a change because it was a little confusing, but now it's Cronos. Guys, I want to take you to a journey, better said, where well, I mean, I think the future can be amazing, in my opinion, right? I think the future for this cryptocurrency in particular, it is nothing but exciting, challenging, and full of surprises. I don't want to pump it. I don't want to be super biased, right? Because you know that I own crypto.com. I hold it, so definitely I do have some interest. But after analyzing all these kind of cryptocurrencies and blockchains, you kind of come to a realization as far as where is going to be the best place to park your money. And in my case, I think the best place to park your money will be in some great cryptocurrencies that you do amazing research on. And Blue Collar Jose, member for 4 months, my man, kudos and welcome aboard. Thank you for being here. Appreciate that a lot, and I'm liking the bounce very well. Thank you, my man. Appreciate it. Crypto.com, everybody, just sit down, relax. Let me do all the work for you while you enjoy the rest of the start of your weekend. I'm just very excited, and well, let's go ahead and show you the charts. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe right now to the channel so I see you, I give you a shout out, and turn on those notification bells. Let's go ahead and chillax, everybody. You're seeing right now the price of Crypto.com at the 15-minute chart, the Bollinger Bands, the RSI, the relative strength index. We have the volume, the prices bouncing back. And after watching a lot of different commentators and analysts, people are still wondering why in the world the prices in crypto and stocks bounced. And what I can tell you is that because now that we have a war happening in another part of the country, another part of the world, the rates that are gonna be coming in from Jerome Powell, people are now like forecasting is not gonna be as hard as it was before, because if it does, now that we're gonna have more inflation due to the spending and global aid that the United States government is giving to the countries overseas, then that will really put a lot of burden in the American people. So the investors, how they interpret the data was, well, I think we're gonna be having way better, richer results and lighter increases, right, this upcoming March. That means that is just a relief in the entire market, and that's what's going to put Crypto.com and some of the other cryptocurrencies, including stocks, in a way better position, right? There's really great information happening right now when it comes to all the global markets. And well, at this time, 1.70 trillion plus in the cryptocurrency space. The Nasdaq, what else? I mean, S&P 500, Dow Jones, they all, and they're super high. And my opinion, everyone in a general global market overview is always, stay put. In my opinion, that's what I'm doing right here. Staying put, having some money ready just in case we do have a bad situation and that happens. Before starting talking about Crypto.com, we also, of course, have to address what's happening overseas. I'm watching, of course, the news. I'm watching, of course, what's happening there in cable news. And, well, eventually it is expected that Russia will take over the, capital of Ukraine. Once that does, we'll see what's going on, how the markets will react. We don't know yet, but what I can tell you is it's just iffy. I haven't lived one yet, but previously we know that after wars, the market just shoot up all the way to the moon, and that is what we're looking right now. If you're alive, if you're listening to me closely, what I'm seeing thus far, we may have some mayhem later on, preparing to buy during the mayhem and holding and taking some nice delicious profits once we are out. Am I am I correct or not? You guys let me know right now. Welcome everybody. Raymond, Quint, what's going on? Peace, prosperity, thank you very much, appreciate it. JLZ, we have Elizabeth, Blue Collar here's in the house. Call me Alpha Holiday. Elizabeth, I know, me too. And Ralph. So So everyone, let's go ahead and start. I mean, the thumbnail says it all. Is Crocoin a 5x, right? My title is, can Cronos 5x in the next cycle? Well, guess what? Cronos already 100x since the lowest point. Yeah, I'm not lying to you. Let's go here. What you see right now on the screen, it's the price of Cronos, right? At the beginning of, what is it, 2021? Yeah, September 2021. This is pretty much before all the entire rampage of Crypto.com. But what's super interesting and fun to me is Crypto.com at once, about 3 years ago, was at 1 cent. Crypto.com was at 1 cent about 3 years ago. That is unbelievable, because everyone, we reached 97 cents. So from 1 cent to 97 cents, that's, I'm gonna round it up for you, 100%. Sorry, 100x, which is amazing. And that was a 3-year cycle for altcoins, right? That doesn't mean we're going to have those jumps every single year. It's going to take us a while. It's going to take us time. I have to put that in my head. We are not going to have 100x's or 50x's or 25x's or 5x's every single month. But once we do, I mean, I have to be ready, my friends. I have to be ready, because if I'm not ready, I'm going to lose the train, and I will have to wait once again if I want a day trade, monthly trade, weekly trade. You know what I'm saying? I am pretty positive that not only CRO, but Binance. Look, if CRO does well, Binance will do well too. Binance has right now 7.7 million followers on Twitter. Crypto.com close to 2 million. Just for those statistics, we know that if you go to other side of the country and you ask about crypto, chances are they're going to tell you Binance, right? If you do it here in the United States, chances are they're going to tell you Coinbase. So it really depends where you're at. But I rather put my money where I see the growth happening, which is, in my opinion, Crypto.com and FTX for sure, and KuCoin and Voyager. And if Coinbase actually creates its own token, I'm buying that as soon as possible. This is not financial advice, but I'm just telling you what I'm going to do. Am I right? So all of those opportunities. Why? Because I think we don't have to repeat the same mistakes we made once we were back learning at the very beginning of our trading life here in cryptocurrency. And the best way to be prepared for that is to see the opportunity and fight for it. And well, I'm seeing right now the charts of crypto.com. I mean, the price right now, we do an average quickly, right? We're going to take a look at it, and we are actually above the 200-day simple moving average and below the 50-day simple moving average. So right about here, I'm putting this one, right about here, we were below this 50-day simple moving average at about 35 cents. That was great. That was a great time to buy CRO. That's gone. Now we are 42. That means, everyone, that I like where we're heading, and I like, in my opinion, as an investor, how particularly Crypto.com Cronos maintains the 78% Fibonacci level, the Fibonacci support, because there's some other cryptocurrencies that just completely are gone and are just destroyed by any type of bad news that happens in the market. Oftentimes, on those ones, either if you are at a loss, well, you have to cut your losses or just keep holding. But cryptocurrencies like this, right, I like to find, because in my opinion, I'm saying 5x, everyone. I just told you a couple minutes ago that took 3 years to have a 100x. How about the next cycle, right? Ralph, Coinbase won't have a coin because they have stocks. Don't think they could have both. Thank you. And yes, you're right. They have a stock market. They already opened up here in the United States as a publicly traded company. You're right. Probably not. That's true. That's true. That's a good perspective. Thank you. So, but the Coinbase coin really dropped later. And don't get me started with Robinhood. Poor guys, honestly. I remember Robinhood, they opened up. It was so much pump, so much hype. I saw it live. It just went to the moon, and right now it's dead. It's like $9, something like that. It was completely over Robinhood. But that's what happens, right? I like it. That's why, and that's why that is the way I see this. I like cryptos, man, because stocks, they're great for long term, passive, and you forget about it, maybe do trading options, whatever you want. But cryptos, they never close. You can exit quickly. You can just do trades, and it feels a little bit more liberating, in my opinion. Am I the only one thinking like that? Let's go. Victor, hello, Oscar, bro. Please, what is the difference between total supply and max supply? Max supply is the top, no more than max supply. Total supply, oftentimes it's equal to the max supply, often, but total supply, it is actually what's circulating, what's in the market right there. Oftentimes the max supply has its decrease to the new total supply that's available, and that is what the total supply is. Oftentimes coins burn tokens, oftentimes coins or tokens just destroy tokens or so. That's why the max supply that was initially minted, that's the number, but it decreases, and now there's a new total supply, and that's what the definition of the total supply is. And then the circulating supply, it is actually what's circulating. So that's what, when you're buying a cryptocurrency, you want to take a look at the asset, the token allocation, and see how much is going to the founders, how much is going to the public, how much is going to reserves, projects, stuff like that. Good job. All right. So that being said, everyone, pretty excited on this one. Now, what am I expecting for the future in the short term right now? Well, let me take a look at this one. So this is just happening in the last couple of days, everyone. This is exciting, but I understand from here. Take a look at this. We are having multiple tops. This kind of looks like a head and shoulders, but it looks like kind of, but it is not. It is not. We have 1, 2 tops, 3 tops, right? So there's a chance that at any point in time, whales are just gonna drop it and let it come back again. That is enough. I mean, remember, we're heading to a weekend. We are heading to a weekend, and last weekend, allow me to check what day was that, because my dates are always messed up. That was the 19th. Where was the 19th? Here is the 19th. Here it is. This is the 19th, everybody. Oh yeah, actually, yes, that's true. I remember. This was when everything dropped. I remember. Now, it doesn't mean that it's going to happen the same thing, right? But what I'm saying is, I'll be prepared, because the weekends, especially right now in war times, are just unprecedented. And I like to have all my kicks done. Now, take a look at this. After the dump, you buy it, and then it continues dumping, you buy, and then it comes up, and then continues dumping once again. So I'm preparing for all that kind of volatility that's coming up right here. As explained, all of this occur due to the war. So that is exactly what I just circled right now. Is the price of Crowcoin, and actually the price of crypto of Bitcoin, because you know that these two trade very, very similarly. Here it is. I just have this one on a day chart, but this is exactly what happened. Here's the 19. So it dropped. Exactly what's happening with Bitcoin. It's what's happening with Crypto.com. Exactly. I mean, that's one of the things that I like in a way, because, okay, if I see Bitcoin up, I'm going to see Crypto.com up, which, I mean, it's great. So Bitcoin, I mean, at this time, to compare it to Crypto.com, to have a good reference, it does need to sustain that 40,000. If it doesn't sustain it, then we're just gonna be hanging around the 30s and possibly low 30s. That's it. We don't really have, which is good because it's a sideways trading, but it still is nothing. There's no bullish momentum that's gonna break out and take us to the next level. So at this point, and because there's a lot of uncertainty happening, everyone, right now, in my opinion, don't really worry too much on putting a lot of money. because we want to have confirmations as far as, okay, are we breaking out to the 50s and 60s when it comes to crypto.com and Bitcoin, which I love because they're 40,000 and it's 39,000. So it's kind of like the similar 40s and 30s. So right now it's 42 on crypto.com. I'm very excited. What I'll tell you is, if for some reason I'm going to delete this. If for some reason you bought crypto.com right at the bottom here, take a look at the day trading, because it will be wise, if I was you, to sell it and then kind of repeat the process if I get the confirmations needed. Because I mean, it may come back down, as we can tell right here, because it does come, but then it drops massively. Now these are news exactly when I mean, we're now talking about Russia and what happened with all Ukraine. But guess what? Here's another one, everyone. Ready? What happens? I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I'm just expecting in a way. Kyiv, which is the capital of Ukraine, now has been taken by in Russian hands. Zelensky has, I don't know, been defeated or surrendered or whatever. Now Russia occupies Ukraine, which is what's expected. How will the market react? Are we going to have another crash? Or probably, is that already taken in consideration in this market? Because if it is, we're going to go up then. We're going to continue going up. But if it's not, there's probably going to be another drop in this thing, which is okay, because as I'm saying, we already up. If we drop, what are we expecting the drop to be? Just 15%, which, I mean, we've been there before. And with previous confirmations, I can take a look at this and say, oh, well, I mean, we're going to go back to the 78% retracement. Like there's really nothing to worry about, because we're going to go back down, and chances are with 1 and 2 solid confirmations, we are going to bounce back. You see what I'm saying, guys? So these are some of the technical analysis and price explorations that I like to do right before doing anything else. So it kind of puts us everyone in the same sphere, and we're going all together, because I mean, at the end of the day, nobody knows what's going to happen. That's, I mean, the key when it comes to financial investing and crypto. But I like to see the charts, because they give me a better idea of what I'm expecting for all of this. You and I know that if you're buying CRO coins right now, and if you're planning to sell it because you want to make money, it's going to be tough if you're not buying in bulk. This thing is going to take years. Just explain, and I'm going to show you this one, because here it is. Here. Where is it? It's going to be this one. All-time high and all-time low of crypto.com. 3 years ago, it was 1 cent, everyone. We had on crypto.com a massive almost 100x in the last 3 years. 3 years for 100x. Now remember, what did Shiba Inu do in less than a year? I don't want to even talk about it because I'm so jealous, right? But if you are looking for a crypto, how you doing, Lewy? Welcome. If you're looking for a crypto that it's not gonna be as volatile as crypto as Shiba Inu, let me tell you right now. But if you're looking for a crypto, and if I'm looking for a crypto that is gonna be solid, sustainable, growth plan, I will say certain of strategic alliances later on for more crypto plans and projects and partnerships, in my opinion, and according to DeFi Llama, Total Value Locked, and according to Crypto News and many other different ones, I think we're putting ourselves in a good position. Now let me explain why. Crypto.com Cronos belongs to the category of an exchange. So Crypto.com, but it does have an ecosystem. It does have a blockchain, right? Cronos. That's what it is. It is oftentimes not taken into consideration when you're having a discussion about layer ones, which is Cardano, Ethereum, Solana, Avalanche, right? Layer ones. But can we have that? Can we have Crypto.com geared towards something like that? I mean, crypto.com, if there's one thing that I've learned after all this time when talking about crypto, right, is that these guys are so hungry for market share. Crypto.com as a company and as visionaries, hiring the latest people, partnering with all these kind of great companies and organizations. I'm kind of like stunned. I have seen that, but not at that scale. And I can tell, well, crypto.com is definitely a company, a consumer minded company. It is a consumer minded company. It is a company that it's gonna put customers first. It wants people to know who they are. It wants people to recognize crypto.com. And another one that I've heard from other different people is that, I mean, just with the name crypto.com, you are promoting crypto and you're gathering more people to utilize blockchain and the latest technology in cryptography, right? That is the purpose of crypto. So I like it. This is a good explanation, in my opinion, for you to understand what's going on. My title says it all. Can Cronos become 5x in the next market cycle? Well, let's go ahead and have a conversation on that one with the numbers, everyone. If you watch my how much to become a millionaire with crypto.com, this is familiar to you. But if you haven't, no worries. I'm going to help you understand this very well. What you're seeing right now on the screen, everyone having our same crypto.com mentality. Well, when I did this was January the 14th, so it's been more than a month since I have talked about this, but the price is almost the same. Back then it was 45 cents. Now it's 42 cents. I've said with an initial investment of $1,000 back in January 2019, when the price was 2 cents. So there you go. That's the one of the lowest prices for crypto.com, 2 cents, right? So it really almost 100x for the most expensive price of this coin, which is about 97 to 96 cents. So imagine with $1,000 buying it super low at the lowest, you get 50,000 crypto.com coins or Cronos coins. That is a 4,700%, which is great, to the max price of 96 cents. So from $1,000, you jump to $48,000. And right now at about 45 or 42, that will put you at around $19,000 to $20,000. And how much do you need to become a millionaire? Well, the key number is 313,000 for crypto.com, which that will put you around at 313 crypto.com coins. And that will put you a millionaire once we reach the price of $3.20, which is exactly, if you compare right now, actually, I'm going to give you exactly what it is. At this time, it's going to be a 499% to the upside for crypto.com, for Cronos, if compared to BNB. Now, oftentimes, people throw numbers like they were free. And I always like to kind of go back to some educated guesses, because I can tell you right now, yeah, crypto.com will be $100, but what? Because I like to be that bullish, but first I want to see it happen. First and foremost, reaching some correlated and realistic expectations. Now, when those realistic expectations are broken, that's it. We can go wild and crazy. What do I mean with realistic expectations? Well, what am I saying that crypto.com will have the same, like $100+ if that's, way passing Bitcoin's market cap? You want to see that? Let me take a look. If I compare to Bitcoin, look at this. If Cronos had Bitcoin's market cap, that will be 755 billion in market cap, and that will just put us at a price of $29. Now, this is of course right now, but as cryptocurrency and Bitcoin and all the ecosystem that we know continues expanding, as if Bitcoin actually continues ramping all the way up to the moon, right now it is $39,000. If we get to, of course, $100, $150, $200,000, and as cryptocurrency gets expanding, that might be a reality, right? So there's all these different occasions as to what and why Crypto.com and all these different altcoins can really become very, very powerful. Using some of the most bullish case scenarios, and I don't want to be extremely biased here, but assuming that we are out of the war, that they already have the interest rates put in, assuming that we are now transitioning to a post or after pandemic time, and that we now have a time where its economic growth and inflation has calmed down, and in a way we have some more stability in the markets and in the United States predominantly. If we continue expanding, and now it's a time where a lot of people actually start having a conversation about crypto, because right now there's a lot going on, you know that. The new Supreme Court justice, Ukraine war, inflation, all this mess. So there's no mainstream media talking about crypto, my friends. That's what it is. And you also need, because I mean, we're all humans at the end of the day. We're all humans. So we need mainstream media to also give a time for crypto. Right now, the only crypto they know is Bitcoin. That's pretty much it. They only know Bitcoin. So when we start having conversations on altcoins, that's when I believe we can. This is not a question. Cronos will be passing $1. I not guaranteeing that, but that's something I just know it's going to happen if we, in less than 90 days or max here, when was in November, we were able to put 90 cents. That was by a huge pump, a lot of hype, but I know over time this shouldn't be a problem. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. All this is a Croc Online Cronos live. Everyone talking about Cronos that you like to know. Put in the comments all your questions, and I'm going to try to answer them all. Go ahead and smash the like button, guys. Subscribe to the channel right now. Do not forget, if you want to support the channel, go ahead and get your physical coins, which are at the bottom. The first link at the bottom of the live. You can get your Shiba Inu too, because that's a very, very popular one. And Bitcoin and many others. They have so many out there. Enjoy those, please. Welcome, guys, while I drink some water. Oh, baby. Mommy of the Alka. What's going on, buddy? Glad to have you here. Let's take a look at Tectonic. Tectonic will 100x. Is there an argument to be made? We already double bottom. Brat. Let's go ahead and take a look at that one. We already double bottom, looking at a specific price. Agree. About CRO in that dip, waiting for the next dip to buy more CRO, Solana, and Polkadot. That's a good one. Polkadot, it's a good one to the blockchain of blockchains. That's a great one stuff. So guys, you see, does this make sense, right? How a cryptocurrency, how are we going to really 5x? Because I'm going to remove the Bitcoin example, going to a more particularly, realistic, which is the BNB, 499%. Let's go ahead and take a look. I mean, this is something that is known right now. The fear, it's gonna be fear for a while until further notice. So not really much when it comes to the sentiment and the feeling of these ones, right? But let me show you this ones and what I'm forecasting for. I mean, if you really want to know what's gonna happen for Crypto.com, first and foremost, on my rainbow chart, we are at a still cheap, and until Bitcoin really does a huge move on some FOMO intensifies and seriously sell, which we're looking at a top part of this rainbow at an orange or a dark red, or red actually, that's something I'm gonna be looking like. But guess what? Right here I have the altcoin season index. And we are going away and away and away from that altcoin season time. There you go. Here it is. We're going away and away. This is sponsored by or brought to you by FTX, this chart. And you can take a look at here how altcoin season was very heavily over time, especially November. October was really nice. Right now, it's completely depleted. And it's been depleted ever since, January. because some of the altcoins been doing very well. And as you can tell, in March, in April, here was amazing. We had all the prices super up, all the prices super up. So what am I gonna do, everyone, with this information? What I'm gonna do is, okay, what if we start loading up during these harsh times, and then once we are about here, we start taking some profits, if you want to, right? That is what I'm looking at. Okay, once we have these awesome times, it doesn't mean that we're gonna go back to the prices that we're seeing, that we saw in the previous pump. What we are assuming, I'm gonna go back here. What we are assuming is that, for example, Crypto.com will be looking very sexy. Crypto.com will be looking at a close to $1, right? AMP token will be looking close to that 10 cent. Cardano will be looking to at around $3, and so forth and so more. Those are the changes, guys, because some of us, we've been buying at those levels, right? We've been buying at those levels, and I know we're gonna go and recover all those prices, and things are gonna go crazier, and we're gonna expand, and more people will come back, and it's just gonna be the same exact FOMO that we had and intensified for the last couple of days, months, and years. But right now, it is a time for me to tell you, can Crypto.com 5x in the next cycle run? I think if it doesn't 5x, it can easily 2 to 3x, easily, from everything that I've explained. And I also understand that when we're trying to even analyze this, we can have a diminishing return logarithmic effect, right? For example, here on the price on the Bitcoin chart, there's diminishing return. You can tell how in the very beginning we had a max and we had a really explosion of the price, but then it starts to flatten out, right? Starts getting smaller gains, smaller gains, smaller gains. That in a way happens with Bitcoin, and if Mike Matt is correctly, Crypto.com follows Bitcoin. Those are the things that you have to understand and you have to know, right? Yes, I'm bullish that Bitcoin will continue ramping up, passing $100,000. It's difficult, honestly, everyone, to say when, but one of the great ways to know it is the halving period that you're seeing right here. Take a look at every halving at the beginning and then right in the middle of every halving. Ever since 2013, we've had rallies. We had one here that went all the way to $1,200, and after that went all the way down to $250. So it really went down hard. Then the classic 2017 that everybody talks about, 16,000, 20,000, back down to $5,000 or $2,000, which is devastating. And then go all the way up to 69,000, which is the top, and then come all the way down about half of that price. So all of those are my reasons for me to believe, okay, if we don't come down under 29,000 for Bitcoin, which that's gonna be the lowest, right, that we had in 2021, that means because we're holding really well. Let me tell you something, we're holding really, really well for Bitcoin. I really like it, everyone. We got here massive double bottoms that we got at $34,000. These were massive flushes in the market, massive flushes in the market. If we are able to hold here, even though we have a war going on, man, best time to be in cryptocurrency. I'm very pumped. I'm very excited. And for Crypto.com, yes, as Shiba Inu, as AMP token, as Alchemy Pay, as Cardano, as Algorand, as Terra Luna, as Avalanche, as Solana, we all pumped and completely got destroyed. They all pumped very nicely and completely got flush. Ethereum from, what was it, 4,700 all the way to 2,000. I mean, you know the rest, you know the deal. So right now it's just a fight of Am I buying the lowest of the lowest of the lowest, or am I buying a good price because I'm going to hold for later on and I'm going to make a lot of money? That is the reason, my friends. Let me show you a tweet that I really like from this guy that you probably know. He is Lark Davis. I'm sure that you guys know him. Take a look at this. 49 minutes ago, he says, in 5 years, it wouldn't matter if you bought Bitcoin at 69, at 50, at 33, or whatever the price is right now. I mean, I think he's totally correct. Going back to the charts, CRO, this is just the way I see it. At the end of the day, in 5 years, it won't matter if I bought it at 39 cents or 32 cents or 28 cents or 50 cents, right? As long as we are able to hold for those 5 years, because that's what I've said in my previous live. I'm giving myself 10 years. Sadly, I couldn't start much earlier. Oftentimes I ask you guys, like there was a live where you guys told me your age because I told you mine, and you're like, so you're so baby, you're like a little kid. And I'm like, guys, I think I feel the oldest. I'm close to be 30. And some of you guys kindly share that you are, some of you 55, 40, some of you 60, and you're excited for crypto. And I'm like, wow, like you're sharing, different perspective, right? Oftentimes as a millennial, there's a lot of social pressure, like you have to have this or do this or whatever this. But I feel sometimes carrying that weight, and I want to do well kind of fast because we're human beings at the end of the day, kind of ugly. But what it is that we want to get out of that rat race. We want to do it. We want to do what we love, what we're excited about, and we need something, a vehicle to take us there. And I believe Crypto.com, altcoins, Bitcoin, and all those great mechanisms that we're finding right now are going to get us there. No matter how old you are, how young you are. In my case, close to be 30, started with cryptocurrency, got excited. Every single day we started to learn, and if we're able to hold 5 years from now, then 2x that, 10 years from now. If you are watching me and you are 20, I'm the most jealous person if you're 20. And I know some fellows watch me from 20 or 18 or 17 or 15. Just know that you are literally can hold about 2 to 3 cycles. 2 to 3 cycles. And I already, and I'm going to go back here so you see it. Where is it? 2 to 3 cycles. So take a look at this. Here it is. Here it is, the Bitcoin chart. How many cycles we lived thus far? Here it is. We lived 1, 2, 3 cycles. 3 cycles, right? In what? Since 2012. What is this? 2012. So in 10 years, there it is. There it is, my friends. There it is. You are seeing it right now on the screen. In 10 years, 3 cycles. There it is. So if you're 15, 18, you got 3 cycles, more or less, to make a lot of money, change your life, and do it for someone else, right? It's incredible. Let's go, everybody. Welcome aboard. Don't forget to like the video right now. Subscribe to the channel. Talking about crypto, CRO, altcoins, and Bitcoin, and many more things. Consider subscribing and welcome aboard. Very excited to have you here, having an amazing conversation about this ones. Jiggly traded Bitcoin to stablecoin at 43K and just bought back Bitcoin at 36K with this war action. Well done. Great job. Oscar, you're so positive, and that's why we love you, brother. Appreciate it. Thanks. Thank you. Diamond hands. Let's go. I think that CRO will do more burnings. Maybe that's another thing about the burnings. If that actually happens, price will come up as circulating supply comes back down. Diamond hands, mommy. The hardest realization is that the long-term goal of being rich is in 10 years. I will be 10 years older. Just imagine some people are used to having the 65-year-old mentality. Okay, when I'm 65 years old, I'm going to retire. But oftentimes we see these vehicles, and in 10 years, right, we may have 3 cycles that can change our lives forever. I think the idea here is to be able to have enough cash on hand to get those opportunities and tackle it and just change everything, right? Terry, I'm 40. Kudos. I'm 35. Don't feel bad. Jesse, let's go, right? So those are some cool stories, guys, for you to munch and for you to understand that it's never too late. It's never too late. We are excited, and I love it. Take a look at this. The Psycho Pearl. I think CRO could hit $25 by 2025. That's great. Imagine. I mean, that is another one, right? I'm gonna go ahead and bring the chart right here for us, guys. How do I say this? If for some reason Crocon gets to 25 by 2025, that's it. I made it. I made it. That's it. Because I mean, $25? Are you kidding me? That is more than 600 billion in market capitalization. That is like 700 billion in market cap or so. That's like amazingly crazy, which is great. I mean, I love it. If that happens, we are assuming that Bitcoin is gonna be probably 2 trillion, Ethereum will be 1 trillion. I mean, you just have to maximize the other altcoins, right? By then, everybody's gonna be giving you, oh, you want my NFT instead of my ID, right? It's gonna be NFTs. Everything's gonna be NFTs by the time that happens. And we're seeing the change right now, and we love it, right? For sure. Apparently, I'm the oldest in the room. 51 and want to retire at 58. Feels like this is the way. Thanks. Let's go, my man. Happy to have you here. 58. You see, that is exactly what I like to see. I mean, people, I mean, don't even worry how you are, the youngest, the oldest. You can really change your life, you know. Not trying to sell something here or becoming unrealistic, but saying, you know, in 5 years, 10 years, really buying all these different cryptocurrencies, I think I'm pretty positive. Now, here, let's go ahead and go down to earth a little bit, right? That is why it's always often a great strategy to diversify, because you and I, we don't know if crypto.com, there's going to be a massive problem or conflict. I mean, we see XRP, right? The SEC confusing or thinking it's a currency or so. So there's the unexpected always out there for us to be taken by surprise. So not putting all your eggs in one basket, but just diversifying. That's what I'm doing, my friends, because I don't know the future. However, when I have some of these projects very exciting and very early, I'm buying them when I can. I'm putting them to work for me. I forgot my age. There you go. And this is something I also wanted to share with you, right? Some of the stories, which is pretty cool. The Crypto.com, one of the first cryptocurrency companies to be certified with ISO 20. I mean, that is ISO 2022, 301. And all these pretty cool stories that just made up for what Crypto.com is. I was saying that they're hiring top level experts. We talked about the executive vice president of product. We talked about the senior vice president of engineering. The two of them coming from the tech industry, coming from top-notch industries. So I'm finding the companies like Crypto.com that are willing and able to put themselves first, because if they are doing well, then the cryptocurrency project obviously is gonna do well, right? When you are looking at the different categories, right? When you're looking filters, and we're going to be doing category. And here, I'm going to have centralized exchange, right? So what do we have in centralized exchanges? Well, here it is. You're seeing right now on the screen, the competition. Here's the competition, everybody. Ready? BNB, number 4. How many of you think we're going to be passing BNB? You know what? Let's go ahead and make our first poll of the night. Why not? Will CRO beat BNB? Period. In market cap, of course. In market cap. Yes or no? As community. Now, there's a bunch of different arguments on this one. There's the pros, there's the cons, there's the yes, there's the no, there's the maybe, there's the when. I'm gonna tell you something straight, and I favor CRO a lot, but do not underestimate Binance. I mean, who is with me? Like, who is with me? Binance is Binance because those guys know what they're doing too. But guess what? It's great news because when you have a leader that's opening the roads and it's letting you go through the way easier, because oftentimes Binance is the leader to amplify something. You are learning of their mistakes. You're learning of what's happening first. You're learning what's going on first. And that in a way is a strategic advantage. That in a way is a strategic advantage in my opinion, right? It is not going to be an easy task. Now, the reason why, because I mean, we can buy BNB too. I mean, you can buy it on crypto.com actually. You can buy it on other different cryptocurrencies. I will say that the reason why BNB is not as popular here in the United States is because, I mean, I tried to use it, but I couldn't here in Texas, here in the United States. There's some exchanges that you cannot use. Of course, if you utilize other different equipment, you can, but it is not relatively easily available for some people in the United States. That, I mean, you're talking with one of the greatest territorial and communities and, of course, customer segments here, Americans. So that is one of the reasons that Cronos is, I mean, at number 2 at position 17. Then who do we have next? FTX, Leo, KuCoin, and where is my, oh, it's not even here. But anyway, VGX, that's another one. QOB, so many of here. Like, look at all of these that are coming up and trying to take the position of Crypto.com. And the one that I think I also want to take a look at, to be honest with you, is FTX. No kidding. KuCoin, not really. KuCoin is great, in my opinion, for buying XRP. But FTX, man, like, that company is also making a lot of news. FTX, KuCoin has last time, I mean, yes, 30 billion supply, 30 billion. That's why we are less than $1, 30 billion. But FTX, I haven't checked it well, but I mean, I know it's not a bad strategy to have some FTX. Here it is. Let's go ahead and talk about this one. FTX using the Binance, the BNB network or contract, which is okay. Let me see. They have Ethereum and Solana. Oh, yes. 333 million. That is perfect. That is perfect. FTX. And we are looking. Oh, yes. You see that? Oh, yes. Now imagine, guys. This is FTX, but just imagine what's going to happen when Crypto.com, Binance, Coinbase, Robinhood, FTX, like, I mean, predominantly saying the crypto companies, Gemini, now start acquiring other laggards. So, I mean, what I'm saying is, like, in the product life cycle, oftentimes you have people that are late for the game, are late for crypto. I just don't want to know about crypto right now. But it's going to come in time when all of these companies in the exchange industry will actually capture more millions of users, billions of users. And at that time, all of this industry is just going to explode. In my opinion, it's just going to explode, everybody. We are going to do amazingly well, in my opinion. And that is why I'm also bullish, saying we can do, here it is, we can get to these levels. Not because we're going to be passing Binance, but if Binance did it, we can too. Even though Crypto.com is at a 30 billion in supply, we can too. If Binance didn't, we can too. Note, I'm not saying we're going to be getting to Bitcoin market cap. When you go and talk to other different analysts, oftentimes they say, if you think that your crypto, X crypto, will have the same level as Bitcoin, you're wrong. That's exactly how they come like after. And I'm like, okay, kind of explain yourself, whatever. But I always like to be educated with my guesses, right? To kind of have some relevant and a realistic way of seeing things, because I think we all want to be bullish, right? We don't want to be pessimists and say, you know what, I think crypto is going to go down to zero. But I mean, in a way, I like to be, okay, so what is the realistic scenario? I don't want to say, oh yeah, Cryptocom is gonna be $144 or $100 or 40. No, I just want to have something targeted. And in this case, based on what I mentioned already, 499% doesn't sound that crazy at around $2, $250. So saying Crypto.com at $25, that is your really like, wow. That is exactly what I said. If you're watching right now, Crypto.com at $25, you and I, we can retire no problem. Let's go to the Bahamas. Let's go to a place that's not Russia. I'm just kidding. It's a good job. Come on. I'm just kidding. Just like a good place and relax and enjoy, right? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below right now in the chat. The chat is yours. Destroy it. Go ahead and smash the like arena button to subscribe right now. My name is Oscar Ramos, coming at you in this awesome Friday night here in Texas. Cold, but never serious. Always excited and happy. Cheers, everybody. Let's go. Oh, baby. Let me go ahead and take a look at these comments for a second. Burn is the way. Crow will go to $100. Call me Alpha, my lord. That Matt Damon commercials was so bad they had to change the name to Cronos. Oh, man. Jup, you are completely right about FTX. They just gave away $25 to every Ukrainian account. Yes, I've heard that. Thanks 111. Mommy of the Aka, thank you, my man, for being here. 7 more days, guys and girls, till my 28 on staking period. Then I can upgrade to my Jade card. That's nice. Hi, Oscar. Hey, Daniel. What's going on? What's your crazy price prediction in 10 years? I just picked yes because I have a bag of Crow. Oh, Elizabeth, I'm 45 and I'm trying to convince my teenagers to get informed about cryptos. Hopefully they'll get it someday soon. Elizabeth, I'm pretty positive they will. They have it so much easier than us, believe me. And Gilly, 60 is great. My older friends are not buying crypto. They have something like a blog, won't do it. Nice. Well, you will be ahead of the game, let me tell you that. There's a good question there. So what's your like the craziest price prediction in 10 years? Well, I have a video, right, when it comes to CRO price predictions and using Fibonacci extensions right now. Let's go ahead and have some thoughts about it, right? I'm gonna give you realistic, educated, because I mean I can sit here and tell you $100, but I don't feel that. I feel that's a disservice, right? Because yes, after everything I've said, I think we can all agree that Crypto.com can pass $10, right? I mean, we can pass $10. That's something crazy, but relatively manageable because you are not passing Bitcoin's price, but still $10. Like that is 10x, like it's more than 10x from here, and that'll put a lot of us super rich. But that is exactly the cycle that I'm waiting. So I finally feel like I know what being in crypto feels like, because I feel like most of us, if you started in 2021 holding, you just don't see the gains yet because we pumped and then crashed and then we're kind of flat right now. We're not after into another run, into another cycle, right? And by the way, just for you who are watching right now, I'll make a video like I promised. I just finished my taxes and my accountant at first was like, what in the world? Why are you buying so much Bitcoin and so much this and so much that and so much that? Like he was so crazy about it. Like, what's going on? It seems that you guys know when you come like Gemini, like they give you interest and on the daily for Bitcoin or whatever different crypto AMP token. That is reported one by one. So it was a little confusing. So if when you do your tax, and if you have a lot of them, a lot of exchanges, make sure you know what you're doing and how to explain that to an accountant, because oftentimes they will have questions if you go to someone who is not really used to. And for my accountant, that person, he asked me, you are the first one who actually has all these transactions and all these wallets and all these exchanges. He was very, very surprised. So that tells you, in this accountant does have a nice portfolio of clients. Not many people are doing what we're doing, everybody. Not many people are doing what we're doing. We're going to do fine. We have to hold on steady. And in my opinion, non-financial advice, keep buying the dip with money that you have on the side, because people are still not doing it. Businesses are not doing it, and we are. And it may look crazy to accountants. But after all so much research, we know what we're doing, everybody. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. So yeah, I think that is very important for tax purposes. Just finished my tax. It's already done. Very excited. But for cryptocurrency related, it was a pain finding all those documents and getting all the forms ready, but it's done and I'm happy, and let's go. Call me Alpha. I like watching your videos, but your price predictions are not very accurate. I understand where you're coming from. Definitely making price predictions when the altcoin season is at its peak, it's oftentimes not really the best approach. And I can totally tell you that. Now I know that, right? Let me go back here. Where was it? No, it's let me put you the Bitcoin rainbow chart. It is completely true, and I've learned that, which is great. I think your comment makes total sense, because look at this. I'm gonna click on this one. Making some bold price predictions during the altcoin season. Those are the times for the previous predictions before the altcoin season. You know what I'm saying? So I came in on crypto, and it's just a different world back then, making price predictions back then. And well, of course, it was just the time for halving, for the end of halving, and for the price to cool down. And now we have other different things. So great one. I do understand, that perspective. Always learning, everybody. Always learning. Hi from the UK. Is Crocoin burning, and will that have a big impact on the price, Lance? If we have burning, it does have an impact on the price short term. But from what I've heard from other different projects is that, well, it is not what sustainability when it comes to the project is looking for. It comes to a point when you are burning enough that what else you're going to burn, right? You have to now start getting crypto from actually individual accounts, and you don't want to do that. So at that point, you want to reevaluate. It's when you start burning, you're literally saying, okay, now we just are looking for profits, and we're looking for a cryptocurrency to blow up, and it might end up its life much quickly, right? There are just different arguments, right? That's what I've heard from the people that really know a lot, and I'm pretty happy to share with you. Alrighty, I'm gonna close. No, of course, Call Alpha. I understand. Thank you for what you're. Because that's something I've learned, and it is super powerful, right? Here it is, everybody. Will CRO beat BNB in market cap? 69% say yes, 30% say no. All right, very good. If you voted and if you clicked on no, I want to hear your thoughts. Why you guys think no? Because I'm pretty excited. For the ones who say yes, I think, of course, we all been bullish on this one. Now, I'm not giving a date like by when, because that will be way more helpful than just say randomly that it will. But what I think is we just need to get out of this mess and go to the next altcoin season. It's not gonna come easy. It's not gonna come soon from everything that we've seen thus far, but it will come. And we need to be ready and prepared for that time to happen. If not, we're just gonna keep seeing from the sidelines and not make enough money. Not even close is not seeing $10 at any time in the near future. Hate to be the bearer of bad news. Thank you, Michael, for your opinions. Yeah, some people just say, you know what, it's not gonna happen. Of course, the dApps on Cronos are hard for me to understand. Please help. That's a great question, right? And that is a good point for me to kind of explain a little bit more on why we are bullish on this ones. And this is it. Here it is, a good way of phrasing all of this, everyone. Crypto.com, and why you and I are in a way extremely bullish on this one is because of what you're seeing right now on the screen. What you're seeing right now on the screen, guys, is more than anything that ecosystem that is gonna bring an experience to everyone from the Crypto.com universe. That is Cronos. This is the Cronos ecosystem as of February the 22nd. You got NFTs, you got your awesome decentralized finance, you have decentralized exchanges, you have everything that you kind of look at it. These are all protocols. These are all what really gives life to the projects out there. And I've used some of them. And let me tell you, if you're a beginner on crypto, yes, it's going to be very difficult oftentimes for you to understand. But if you really want to get those delicious APIs, I think this is the way to go. And the best one thus far to make money to make money for profits, it's going to be Finance. The one, my favorite, is VVS Finance, and the up-and-coming favorite cryptocurrency of mine is Tectonic. You heard it from me. Tectonic is one that we've been talking about in the channel, right? I like Tectonic, lending and borrowing for sure. It's one that is not really seen in the cryptocurrency space too much. It's been popping off. It's been doing here and there. Of course, it's down right now at 609, but it is one that I think does have some impact later on. Or some good potential value later on. The one that is, of course, dominating the scene will be VVS Finance. Let me go ahead and show you this one. First and foremost, here's another one against going to the BBN chain. Take a look at this, guys. Top 30-day TVL performance of DEX of top blockchains. Just to give you an idea, the performance, these are the news and the timestamp. And we are coming on Finance from Cronos. And we are comparing Avalanche, we're comparing Ethereum Uniswap, we're comparing QuickSwap from Polygon, BNB Chain from PancakeSwap, Solana, and Phantom. Now, all of these, everyone, are just great different other opportunities, but Cronos News gives us the nicely report, the monthly report on the TVL total value locked. And this is what's happening. I'm not talking to you at this time about Crypto.com because I just see it as another crypto. I'm talking to you about Crypto.com because I missed the opportunity to become really rich with Crypto.com, my friends, since I couldn't buy when it was extremely cheap at around, what was it? Before the pump, like 5, 7, 9 cents. I had to wait after the pump, dump, and start buying, right? If you go and watch some of my first videos, that's what I've said. I missed it because that was helped through the Coinbase effect too. The Coinbase effect helped. So just by taking a look at this, everyone, I can tell, well, Finance is really putting a beating to other different chains, which is great. What do you guys think? So I like it. It is another example for you to understand how things are moving on in the world of Crypto.com. Take a look at this, everyone. Here's another one. From Cronos News, gladly they're on Twitter and they're putting us amazing info. Cronos total value locked TVL overview. We have 2.22 billion as of 24th. And VVS Finance, 1.2 billion. We have Finance, Tectonic. There's the Tectonic, Savant Finance, and the rest, and much more. Number 9. So guess what? Listen to this. Crypto.com, Cronos, they want to have Cronos as the number 5 by the end of 2022. I'm not making this up. That's the roadmap. That's how bullish they are. 2022. So will that happen? Assuming that it doesn't, but can we get to number 5, to number 6, 7? That will be amazing, and that's what I'm waiting for, right? Understand that this is the total value lock. This is DeFi. This is exactly what goes behind the scenes as the community comes in and supports each of them, right? This is not buying your crypto on the Crypto.com app. This is actually going to the DeFi wallet, getting really nitty-gritty with the projects. That is what it means. So I'm very bullish in this ones, guys. That's why I'm using Tectonic. I'm using VVS Finance to have my money ready, set in stone. And we are betting on the future. We are bullish on this one. We're betting on the future for Crypto.com. Here's another one, everybody. The performance. Crypto.com token has flipped Binance token on the 30-day social dominance growth. This is social, in the socials. In Crypto.com CRO performance 20.70% at 7.80%. Another one for us to take a look at, right? I haven't heard too much about BNB. We of course we didn't see it at the Super Bowl, right? So it does seem that Crypto.com is like, okay, if you're not gonna be interested, let's go ahead and dominate this. Which ones did we see at the Super Bowl? Coinbase, FTX, eToro, Crypto.com, and I believe one more or so. That's good. Coinbase knows it cannot compete at the, in this ground of Crypto.com. It does have a stock, right? As some of you guys were saying earlier, it does have this stock. But when it comes to crypto, having one cryptocurrency really helps you a lot, because a crypto is just one amazing community. Phoenix, watching your videos on AMP last year and then getting to know Shiv and Saitama and many others changed my life. Thanks, man. Appreciate that a lot, my man. Welcome. Been staking CRO since May. That's amazing. That is incredible. Welcome. Coinbase soon to be the biggest bank and biggest exchange in the world. They're doing amazing, Oscar. Well, I'm glad to hear that, because that is the idea, right? BBS Finance, MM Finance, imagine that, right? Tommy's on our side, says Quinn. We will reach the moon for sure. Just keep on. We're early. We're early for the next cycle. Let me put it that way. We're early for the next cycle, right? The daily count on Crypto.com Cronos, BBS Finance, then we have Tectonic, then we have Single Finance, and then we have Matt. I'm looking very bullish in all of these ones. I'm really hoping that, positively hoping that they're gonna do fantastic for this to come. Now, take a look at this. We're proud to announce that Mavi has closed a $2.5 million strategic funding round led by Cryptocom Capital. That's another one. They're really going, they're not slowing down, guys. They're really not slowing down. That's something I'm feel like, wow. I wish Flexa Network was something like this. And I know it's just a different thing, right? But that is exactly what I'm looking at for a cryptocurrency company. And of course, as we know, the Cronos name. That beautiful Cronos name that we got. Here it is, my friends, the price of Crypto.com, the latest. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe right now to the channel, and turn on those notification bells talking about Crypto.com. And if you're interested in some cool tokens that you can actually feel, well, don't forget to check the first link down below in the description when you have the Shiba. This is a thick cryptocurrency. And the second one, I have even Cardano for you. And then there's Bitcoin. There's other different ones. And if you are looking for something like this, we also got it for you. First link in the description down below, guys. Thank you. Time for questions, guys. Questions that you have posted in the chat. Let's do some Q&A for you. That was a great and really, pretty interesting conversation about Crypto.com. While you're getting your questions in, can Cronos 5x in the next cycle? Was all this hour enough for you? Was this hour enough for you, my friends, to actually see what's going on, right? And I'm going to take Paleo, Cronos equal time equals Saturn. We just need time, man. We just need time. Will it actually even matter if we buy it at 35, 29, 30, 51? The end of the day, I know we're going to be passing $1. The first time I saw it, I remember I made a video saying Crypto.com will pass $1, and it reached 97 and it dropped. It was so fun, but kind of gives me the chills and the excitement, right? Out of all the cryptocurrencies out there, of course, I'm putting my back in other different ones, in other projects, but I do have my favorite ones, and Crypto.com is one of them. So super excited, and as of now, FTX is the only one that I will diversify to. Sorry, that will be the other one that I will diversify to. FTX, BGX, which is Boiger, and KuCoin, why not? But mostly of my money in exchanges will be on Crypto.com. Crypto pumping is confusing. Yeah, that's exactly what I mentioned at the beginning of the video, actually. What is the difference between tectonic and T-tonic? How do you stake, Rolo? well, how do you stake a Crypto.com DeFi wallet, or in the Blue app? You need to have a specific certain amount. I just like to go to the DeFi wallet and stake it, right? Stable coins and crypto in Visa, soon Oscar. Well, I mean, I just like if you're looking at a partnership or so, crypto and Visa, I like what we're getting for the stable coins interest. That's even better. Hey Oscar, do you think, hey Kevin, do you think the price will go back under 40 cents? I think that's a great question. Look, it can go back down to, because I do have my other, we do have our other low here, which is going to be about 32 cents. So it can drop to 10 cents right now, and we're still good because that's the lowest we've had thus far, and it has been rejected with confirmations. So I'm not really scary at all as to what's happening with the price. I mean, like I'm saying right now, the price right now at this time is just dancing with us. There's many different things happening worldwide where it's just different scenarios. And according to what just happened right now, the sanctions that Biden gave to Russia, they're not that strong as of what it's perceived worldwide. And that means that because of, so there's this massive event in the war, they're assuming that Jerome Powell from the Federal Reserve is not going to impose bigger rate hikes coming up in March. That means that all that ugly sentiment for the rates to drop, I mean, everything to drop due to the rates hikes, it's now lowering, and that's why prices are coming up. That is one of the cool insights I can give you for this specific topic. It is going to be wild when actually those rates are put in, but by then I think the markets will already have computed in the entire price movement. Oh man, Jasmine was a major disaster. You think so? Yeah, I believe, a little bit of Jasmine, not that much for sure. But I sold most of them. Bro, what do you think about Jasmine? It will go back up at least 10 cents. Haven't even checked it. But it is just one of those cryptocurrencies that comes to Coinbase, pumps a lot, and then drops back down. It is what happens. Alrighty, everybody. You are incredible. Crono $50. Man, imagine Crono $50. That will be amazing, right? My friends who are watching here, do not forget, if you want my thoughts behind the scenes and everything in between, the link that's on top of the chat right now, it's the Discord server, the Patreon page, where you can check what I offer to you if you want to see you want to grasp my thoughts and everything. My community is growing. I'm pretty excited and happy, and of course, really grateful for everything that's happening to us guys. Jack.
Hi, thank you so much for your help. Where do you see CRO in 3 years price dollar?
Thank you very much, Jack. Appreciate it. For the first super chat of the night, where do I see CRO in the next 3 years? I'm going to respond to you with this chart, which I'm going to now close all of this for you. And I'm going to bring, because I always like, when I'm talking about predictions, I always like to have something backing my opinions up. That's just me, right? I think that's elegant. Here it is. This halving, it's going to be, let's see finally when this gets up. It's loading. Okay, there it is. So this is 2024, right? So right now it's 2022. Let's say 2 to 3 years. Usually we have at the beginning of the halving a pump, which we already had it, and then it's a time. A very, very tough time, everyone. Just take a look at this. In 2018, $6,000. In 2019, right, $11,000. What I'm saying is that if Bitcoin, because CRO follows Bitcoin, if Bitcoin continues at these levels of 50, 40s, 60s, even 70s, Crypto.com in the next 2 years might have some issues elevating its price. That is why I'm saying 5 to 10 years. 5 to 10 years. That's what I've said a couple minutes ago, right? 5 to 10 years. Because the pumps, the cycles, they take time. I'm telling you, they take time. They're not happening super fast. But one thing we know, that when the cycle comes, it comes, and you better be ready, because it's gonna explode. Like, I'm not saying Bitcoin at 70,000 back again. No, Bitcoin at more than $100,000, and that will put Crowcoin easily above $1, right? So it doesn't really matter where you buy, as long as you're willing to hold to see the massive profits. There it is. I might be wrong. I could be wrong. Of course, who am I? But after all this time, might as well be always ready for that. Guys, don't forget to smash the like on this video. Consider subscribing. You all been incredible. Thank you very much for your amazing support. Let's stop it right here. Not make the video much longer. It was a crazy day. Still is a crazy day. We don't have to, of course, forget what's happening at this time right now. But man, it just I'm speechless to that. But praying, of course, for Ukraine. You guys take care. Like, subscribe, turn on those notification bells. I'll see you tomorrow. Catch you later, guys. Peace. Thank you very much. Thank you so very much for watching Crowcoin Live. Can Cronos 5x can Cronos 5x in the next cycle? The answer to that is yes, it can. But there's a lot of things that have to play out, and those are explained in this video. If you missed them, go back and watch it again. I'll be there waiting for you. Peace. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you so very much, guys. Bye. Thank you all the donors, new subscribers, likes, mommy of the yak. Appreciate it, guys. Take it easy.